Welcome back, Roasties. We are here. It is rep round, international matches, state of origin. We've got it all. And as always, I am joined by my good friend, handsome Hammy G. How are you down in Melbourne today, my friend?
I'm very well down here, Roasty. Very emotional. Rep round gets me a bit emotional, but I'm looking forward to it. Only the 4 games. Well, there's 5 games, but 4 that we can sink our teeth into and bet on across the weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. How are you?
Mate, I am very cold. It's a terrible morning here in Parks, but I will survive. I will get through. I'm the same as you, mate. I am pumped up. Started last night with huge international clash between Lebanon and Malta. I don't know if you caught that one, but it was actually.
We're telling the grandkids where you were when that one was on.
100%. And if you're at Belmore witnessing that historic match, good on you, and I hope you enjoyed it. But there was no big star power. Few sideline stars, Mitch Moses, Alex Twal and stuff for Lebanon were on the sideline. But it was good to watch just some footy on a Wednesday night. It's I know we have Origin, but just to see some sort of felt like a bit like local footy on the TV. The coverage was crackling. The crowd was into it though. It was a good night. So it kicked off. Lebanon got the win, 30-14. It continues tonight with the under 19s Origin. Not one we can bet on, but it continues on. So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way through to Sunday. How good! I cannot
so
wait.
It should be every week, Roasty, to be honest. But yeah, enjoying it while it lasts.
Mate, I want to touch on a couple of things before we get into the bets. Do you happen to catch Celebrity Apprentice? See,
I did.
Benji got the win. Benji got the win.
Yeah, appointment viewing in our house, and I knew early he was definitely the most accomplished, put together, great initiative. Got a big future after footy, I think, Benji, and
100%.
Tremendous. And I know the episode you're going to talk about, but I'm all aboard if they want to go ahead and make this show.
Oh, the show. No, I was just going to mention that he raised nearly $500,000 for South Cares. But yes, that the doco. I actually think it's quite weird because now he's employed by Fox. He pitched the idea on a Channel 9 show to Stan Sport. Apparently, it's already in production, possibly with Stan, but it creates a bit of a funny dilemma that he's on Fox creating a show for Stan. I don't know how they're going to work that out, but I can't wait for it. That will be amazing. His story of he doesn't know who his dad is and doesn't know his nationality really. So to find that out, a 6-part series or whatever, how many ever episodes, I will be glued to the TV when it's on.
Same here. Absolutely, I will, mate. And he was fantastic on the show. Well done for raising the money and for getting the win as well. I think he was the favourite from pretty early with the market as well, but deservedly so. He was very good and probably the most bona fide celebrity out of the pack this year as well. There was a few people there like, what's going on here?
A few iffies, weren't they? I didn't watch too much of it, but I knew when he was in the final, I'm like, yep, I've got to watch him, and it was a good episode. I probably should have watched the series, but I had better things to do. Mate, some big news for the show. We have official pets of the show. I've got a new fish tank. Got some fish.
Oh, congrats!
Yes, so I
kept that quiet.
Yeah, kept it low down. But I've got a couple for the kids and 2 for me. I've got a black one and a orange one, goldfish. So I've named the black one Rocky. It's one of my favourite movies. But I'm leaving the other one up. I need suggestions. So listeners out there, if you're listening and you've got a name for a goldfish, an orange goldfish. Let me know. I will take suggestions.
What about Gil?
Gil. Yeah, not too bad. Look, I'll tell you what. It's not quite as good as the stripy one that my daughter named. A couple of stripes on it. She named it Stripey. So very well thought out there by the young one. But
that's good. She's got a future in marketing there, I reckon.
If you've got a rugby league inspired name for an orange goldfish, send it through. I was thinking like orange. Brad Myers for the massive hair and beard orange hair and beard that he had back in his playing days. But you've got some good ones.
Daniel Gorringe.
Mate, we're an NRL show. No one knows who that is.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
But yeah, send it through. Let us know. But let's get on some serious stuff. Footy. Tonight there is the under-19s, State of Origin, New South Wales versus Queensland. Massive game. I think this is great that it's going to be on Channel 9, that we're all going to be able to watch it. Can't bet on it, which is fine, but if I was, I would take New South Wales to smash them 13 plus.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like Queenslanders, I mean, have a look at the squad at the moment. There's so many young players in there straight out of that sort of thing. You know, Selwyn Cobbo probably would qualify age-wise, wouldn't he? Or is he 20 now?
No, age. He's still only 18, I think.
Yeah, remarkable. Queensland to Lapham. Queensland 13 plus for me.
Wow. Head-to-head. Big time.
Yeah, I'll take you on there for sure.
No, I've got to stick with the New South Wales boys. But the Women's Origin, now, it's on Friday night. Kicks off New South Wales -1.5. No overs, unders I couldn't see. I still don't think it's there, but maybe you could just double check for me. Last year, New South Wales went down with a late penalty right in front to win the game for New South Wales. I think they want to come out and prove a point, New South Wales here. This series is 4-2 to New South Wales, but Queensland's won the last two. I think there is some points in this one. I think they'll see some try scorers. Normally, the reason why is normally they play the NRLW, the lower grade to NRLW, which is like, you know, North Sydney Bears, Tigers, all that sort of stuff first. Then they go into Origin. Then they play the NRLW. This year they've had that comp, the extended comp, the NRL that went through till April. I know it was 2 months ago, but they've had that first. I think they're sort of ready for this. They've sort of had continuous football for a long period of time coming into this. But yeah, I think New South Wales get the win here. I'm going to tip them 1-12. What do you like, mate?
Yeah, I think hopefully another arm wrestle. Really good to see a good tight contest last year. Hopefully we get a little bit more of that one. I don't know. This one, maybe it reeks of a little bit of one of our favourite bets, the try bet. But you're probably going to wait for the margin markets to come up for that one to happen, either side by 6.5 or less. I have had a look at the try scorers, and easily the best backed in both the first and anytime try scorer markets is Blues centre Isabel Kelly, getting a reasonable price there as well, $3.45. Anytime, $15 first try scorer, Isabel Kelly. So the punters are right into Kelly at the price there. So that's probably where I'm looking for a try scorer, and just hoping for a good, tight, close game again. Like last year, it was a ripper.
It was, even though low points, it was an exciting game. And Isabel Kelly, X factor for New South Wales, leading try scorer for the Roosters, the premiers this year, and scored in this game last year as well. So. Look to her to get the job done. I like her.
You need us to draw your diagram, listeners. You got to get around Kelly.
100%.
You just got to.
Yeah. I'm going to go forward as well. I like Hannah Southwell. She had to leave the field last year after about 10 minutes. She rolled her ankle. She did come back on, but I think she'll be sort of filthy about that. She sort of, maybe thought that she let her team down a little bit, and I think she'll come out hard. 6.25 for her. And like I said, I think there's going to be some try scorers here. For Queensland, I like my girl Chelsea Lenarduzzi. She scored in a couple of grand finals. She loves the big moments. Doesn't score regularly. As you can see by a price, I think it's like $6.75, but hasn't scored in Origin, but I like her to get over the stripe here. And also, Tamika Upton, just a gun
always
out the
look.
back. Yeah, she's almost a lock, really, for a try scorer. So keep an eye on that one. But yeah, look, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Great way to. I know there's game tonight and game last night, but this is sort of really the kickoff for the Origin weekend. And really looking forward to this game on Friday night. Great little teaser for the big men's match on Sunday night.
Absolutely, I'm going a little same game. Isabel Kelly to make Upton $8. Nice start to the weekend there.
That will set you up very nice. Mate, New Zealand v Tonga. This is going to be a classic, I think. New Zealand, $1.25. Tonga, $4. New Zealand -10.5, and the overs is 43.5. Really looking forward to this one. First top flight game. I could be wrong, but I think it's first top flight game back in New Zealand in about 2 years. New Zealand look very strong, and Manu at fullback, Brown and Hughes in the halves, Bromwich, Cheese, Fisher-Harris, Papa Lee, Bromwich, Tarpany. Like, that forward pack is just massive. But then you also look across the other side, and you've got Kula out the back, bit of speed. Katoa Tuipulotu on the edges there, on the wings. Adam Fanua Blake, Takiako up front. And our boy Tupanua, Jesus, I would not be a good announcer. I'm not taking over Rab's role. But their forward pack as well is looking very strong. I think New Zealand sort of get the edge here. But what are you looking at here, mate?
Look, New Zealand back at home after such a long time, probably going to get up and about for this one, you would have thought. But Tonga have surprised. They've beaten Australia before. They're a great team. I wonder. I think $4 is a good price for Tonga in this one. I'm looking at Katoni Staggs, dropped from Origin. He's going to play here. $4.25 anytime try scorer.
Yep,
I could easily have a little bit of that. There's a few players here who have been very good to us on the podcast. Ola Kawatu, Tupanua. If you want to whack those guys in a little same gamer, that could be worth a look as well. Altogether, but I think we're going to see points in this one. So I'll be taking the overs. And probably the overs and Stags is where I'd be having a look here. I don't know. I'd like to see Tonga at that price get up, but I just wonder whether New Zealand, with all the extra stuff going on, first game back there in a while, that might be a little bit too strong. But that's what I'm thinking.
We do know, like, Tonga do get a good showing in the crowd as well when they go over. Yes. So, we'll feel like a little bit like a home game for them. They haven't played the same amount of time that New Zealand haven't played, so it'll be very special for them as well. But yeah, I was the same as you. I looked at Tonga at $4 and was like, oh, that's tempting. But I just think New Zealand have the edge in the halves and the forwards. And I think, they'll be too strong. I like New Zealand 1-12 at $3 here. Close game. But yeah, Katoni Staggs as well. I think he's playing in the halves. But yeah, I think he, a bit fired up that he's been dropped from Origin and comes out and has a big game. And like you said, there's plenty of try scorers here that have been very kind to the show. So it's going to be hard to try and pick out which ones we want to throw in a same gamer. But yeah, there's some strike power all across the park here for both sides. So it is going to be a cracker.
Who do you reckon best back first try scorer is?
I would say Brendan Smith.
Yeah, and you're spot on. $17.
There you go. Yep.
So, do we follow the money there and get around the cheese? Everyone loves a bit of cheese.
Yeah, I said, in the same game, I thought I'd throw in Hughes and Smith to score, both at 350. Hughes at 350, Smith at 325. But yeah, first try score at $17 is pretty good for Brendan Smith. Loves getting out from the dummy half and scoring a try, and I think you're on the money there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a cracker. Can't wait. That'll kick off Saturday. We've got 3 matches on Saturday. Next up is Samoa v Cook Islands. Samoa minus 34.5, and the overs is 47.5. Geez, looking at the squads, it really is like an NRL squad versus a New South Wales Cup side. You got anything here, Hammy?
Well, look, I'll give you the prices. Samoa $1.01, Cook Islands $21. I can tell you,
chuck Samoa in any multi just to boost it up just that tiny bit.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this: the punters are thrilled with the price for the Cook Islands. We've currently taken 3 times as much cash we're holding on the Cook Islands as Samoa in this one. So something to think about. But I think, look, you're spot on. Samoa's side is a lot better. Should be too strong. I've had a look at the back 5. For Samoa in the anytime try scorer markets. They're all under $2. That's Taylor May, David Nofaluma, Isaac Targo, Jackson Paulo, and Charlie Staines. So what I've actually thought is, what if you whack them all in a multi together for all 5 of those blokes to cross the stripe? And that'll get you $8.75. So that was my little play for that match.
I did the back 5 for the Panthers last weekend, got 3 out of 5. That's close, but yeah.
Good going.
I don't mind that. $8, just a little fun one, a little Stewie diver on that, just to follow the game, which would be good.
Correct. Yep.
A little bit of story here. I'm loving my boy, the Forbes Ferrari, Charlie Staines, in his first rep duties in his career. I think he scores here. But I've got a little fun fact about, not fun fact, got a little story about Charlie Staines and Matty Burton. They're both making their rep debuts this weekend, but if we just go back about 4 years, they're both from the same group. So here in Group 11, Staines is from Forbes, Burton's from Dubbo Sims. They came through the ranks together. They played against each other in the 2018 Grand Finals in the under-18s and first grade. Charlie Staines got both wins there, just for a little fun fact. But from there, they went on and played Group 11 together. they went on and played Western Rams together. They went on and played for Country New South Wales together. They played in the same squad in New South Wales. Burton played, Staines he didn't, but he was in the squad. They go on sign with Panthers and make their debut for the Penrith Panthers. Not together, but that they were in the same side different times and made their debut there. And now they go on to make their rep debut on the same weekend. I just think that's really special for a couple of bush kids coming through the ranks together. They are best mates as well, and to do it on the same weekend is pretty special. So shout out to both Matty Burton and Charlie Staines this weekend making their rep debuts. Can't wait to see them in action.
Yes, good luck to both of them. Great players, and we'll probably talk more about Matt Burton in a minute for the Origin game too.
So in saying that, I think Staines here, I think getting a double. I think he gets a double paying $4.10. And
Michael Bublé.
Yeah, I've got a good funny story. I shared a movie, watched the Green Hornet with Michael Bublé. Went to a cinema in Sydney. So I had a work
Elvis
function.
Festival.
No, I went at work function in Sydney and went and watched. It was late night, nothing on. So I was like, I'll go watch a movie. What's on? Green Hornet. It was like near the end of its run, but I'll jump in. Sitting there and I was like, all alone in the cinema, like I'm thinking I'm going to watch this movie all by myself. And then last minute, these two guys walk in, sit about a few rows in front of me, and they're eating their Subway and they finish up. Ads are about to start, and he just turns around and goes, so it's just you and me, watching the movie? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, geez, this guy looks familiar. We just started chatting. And I'm like, do I know you? And he's like, Michael Bublé. And I'm like, holy shit. And I was just like, I didn't say like I liked his music or anything like that because mum watched it, but mum loved his music. But he was there in a just doing a concert and had an off night. But as soon as the movie finished, he jumped up, put his phone to his ear, didn't have a phone call, and just walked straight out into a waiting car to avoid, in case anyone had spotted him and said he was there. But shared a movie with Michael Bublé.
I'm a bit starstruck even sitting on this Zoom call with you. Mate. Very nice to be this close to the boob.
That's it. What is it? 6 degrees of separation. He's done in three. So
I know a bloke who knows him. So get around me.
So back on some serious stuff. Staines, $4.10 for a double, $12.50 for a hat trick. So I know I might have a dabble in there, but
lovely.
And the last one for Saturday is PNG versus Fiji. Fiji minus 10.5, over 44.5. Leaning towards Fiji here with Kikau, Kamikamitha, Sivo, Ravalawa on the wings. Just seems like the stronger squad with some bigger weapons. What about you, Hammy?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Sean, the trader from work, said Kevin Aguama named in the halves for Fiji. He reckons that makes PNG an auto bet, so he's actually going with PNG in this one. But I'm probably inclined to lean your way. I think Fiji, and I think Sivo could have a bit of a day out here. The market I looked at was Sivo 2 or more tries at $4.30. Very comfortable with that. And if you want to go down a limb a bit like the Charlie Staines, 3 or more tries, that'll get you $13 for Micah Sivo. I just think he's a machine, looking pretty good since he's come back, and he could tear him a new one. Is my gut.
Couple of runs there against Roosters last weekend were massive. Tore up down the sideline against. You put Sam Walker, Joey Manu on their asses and went through. He scored 1 or 2 on the weekend. Just scored the 1, I think. But
but looked dangerous. He
did look very dangerous. I like that. Also, like Justin Olam, $3.20 for PNG to score. I like throwing the Fiji to cover the 10.5 into Olam. Gives me much better odds than doing one from either team. $6.75 for that to happen. But yeah, I'm with you as well. Micah Sivo to score 1 or maybe 2, 3. Who knows? He could have a day out. So, mate, that would be a good game for a few try scorers. So keep an eye on that one. But
absolutely,
the main game Sunday. New South Wales versus Queensland. New South Wales minus 2.5. Is that right?
Yep, it is right.
Yep. Overs 38.5. What was there? 26 points in the last one. New South Wales starting favourites again. $1.71. Queensland $2.15. Queensland lucky just to have the 2 changes, forced changes. Tuolangi in for Coates and Arrow in for Cotter. Collins moves to the starting prop with Fasul Malaawi to lock and Arrow off the bench. Now, Freddie's changes. Where do you sit, Hammy? I like some and think some were a bit harsh. I love Jakey coming in and Burton I'm so high on. But what are your thoughts on Freddie's changes, mate?
Yeah, just highly reactive. Crichton should have started in the first game as well, I thought.
You were very high on him in the first one.
I was. I just think a lot of selections there we go, well, you're basically saying we got it wrong. A lot of people could have told you that before, the game happened. The one that's just ridiculous to me is like the Fox. Where the hell is he? Yep. The only thing that, and I suppose, it's coming anyway, is just, I think Dave Nofaluma sat on his head a couple of times for the Tigers on the weekend in the back of a big loss. So look, okay, he's a bit of a target in the air for, the opposition, but I just think everything else that he's doing at the moment outweighs that. He's a weapon. They need some weapons, I think, to beat Queensland. And I actually can't believe New South Wales are starting favourites, given they got beaten. And it's at a neutral venue. And they've made 7 changes. So I'm not sure what's doing there. I'm pretty hot on Queensland head-to-head in this one. I know last time they played in Perth, New South Wales won by 30 points. Turbo went berserk, got a hat-trick, I think. So
Latrell was there as well and wreaked havoc. So
I think even a lot of those guys missing. Queensland look good. There's nothing here that suggests to me that New South Wales should be favourites. I don't know what you reckon.
Well, I will say Jakey's back. It's something that we love.
That is, we do love that.
Burton starting again is what I love. Yep. I think Appy starting with Cook coming off the bench is great in my opinion. I think that is some serious attacking power when Cookie comes on. I thought RCG, Regan Campbell-Gillard, one of the only 3 forwards to go over 100 metres for us, and he gets dropped. I feel for him more than some others. Staggs as well getting dropped. I thought it was harsh, but I do like Burton coming in, like I said. Look, 7 out of the last 11 games where the team has lost the first game, they've gone on to win. So I like that. Like that stat for New South Wales. I said from the start, I thought Queensland could win 3-0 here. But I think New South Wales come out and get it here. I'm going to change my mind. I think they come out and get this one. I'm going a very close one. New South Wales 1-12 at 310. I think they get the job done. I think we run through the middle of them with some of our big forwards. Look, I just think that mentality, like I heard Cameron Smith speak about it. He said it's very hard for a team once they win that first game to go, we've got a game up our belt, especially when that third game is in Brisbane. And if they, we lose this one, it's all right, we've got a decider in Brisbane. It's very hard to get that out of your head. And I think New South Wales, backs against the wall, I think they come out and get this one and we have a decider going into Brisbane.
Yeah, well, I hope for the sake of the series, we do get a decider. Yep. But I'm just working through the nuts and bolts of it. And I can't work out how New South Wales would be favourites. But maybe backs to the wall, they get up. There's only been one. I mean, they're unbeaten in Perth out of one game. So
yeah, we'll take
maybe
that.
They keep that run going. But
mate, Jakey man of the match. He's going to absolutely thrive. He's going to come in, show what it's all about, lead from the front. I like him at prop too. Just he's just going to run all day. So and he's not going to let anything through. So I like.
What was he paying man of the match? Did you have a price for him? Or
I didn't, but
yep.
So I think I think there's just a lot of talk around that. That's a really good shout for man of the match because there's been so much talk about him coming back in, how he's a leader. And if they get the win, he's just going to be talked about. So
yeah, all right. Well, he's $56.
Man of the match
to win man of the match, and I can tell you, I know this because I reckon his brother was robbed last time they played in Perth because I backed him the week after backing Gagai.
Tell us about that again.
Yeah. But anyway, Jake Trebojevic won man of the match last time they played in Perth. So could do worse than having a crack at him here at a big price, $56. I though, think based on how he played in game one, Munster was just unbelievable, $5.50. If Queensland win again, you can imagine him being in the conversation.
Yep.
And the other one I want to look at if the Blues win, and we've seen Setters go berserk in Perth before, and I went to him last time and he didn't get to start. I said if he started, he'd be a good bet. Stephen Crichton, $76 you're getting for him. If he gets a couple of tries and they win, he's playing where he likes to play. He tears it up left centre for the Panthers. He's going to get a crack at it, basically with the Panthers team out there. Not going to get a better opportunity to show how good he is. Small bet, Stewie Diver. Let me preface it with that.
Yeah.
But let's give him a chance now that I've got him where I wanted him last game at a bigger price than I thought I might have got him at if he started. Worth a look, but I think Munster wins man of the match. I think Queensland win. So
head to head, this one. I'm going New South Wales. I think they win. Jakey Dravojevic, man of the match. Burton to score, and I'm going to throw in Cameron Murray at 540 to go over again because I didn't say it on the show, so I can't really claim it. But Daniel, you know him from the office there at Sportsbet. I messaged him right at the last minute, and just we were talking about something else, and I said Cameron Murray 550 tonight with a green tick next to it, and he got over. It was just a last minute decision, so I think he gets it again. I think he gets over at 540. But yeah, Burton. Lovely. I think Burton gets over in his debut. He goes strong. I hope he gets to boot a couple of balls into the atmosphere tonight. So can't wait to see. Not tonight, sorry. Sunday night. But yeah,
I can tell you he's best backed first try scorer. He's come in a little bit. He's into $14, Matt Burton, and the bloke he's replacing, Jack Whiten, scored the first try in the first game. So worth a look.
And I think I heard a stat that the centre position for New South Wales scored in 4 games straight. Last 4 games straight. Yep. So
good stat.
Yep. Take it. Mate, let's finish it off with the trifecta. What have you got for me?
Let's do it. I'm going across a couple of days here. So we're going to start with Isabel Kelly. I'm following the money there. $3.45 Isabel Kelly's my first leg. Then we're going to go to David Nofaluma for Samoa against the Cook Islands, which the market would suggest might be a little bit of a fill-up for the Samoans. $1.35 for Nofa. And then I'm bringing it home with Selwyn Cobbo, $2.20 in the Origin Arena. So $10.25, that's going to get you together. And with a bit of luck, hopefully that'll keep you engaged right the way across the weekend as well. I've picked a game from every day there.
Yep, something to keep you going all weekend, mate. I'm going a little bit home-inspired here. Group 11, a few boys in and around making their debuts across the weekend. I've got Katoni Staggs for Tonga, paying $4.25. Staines for Samoa at $1.69, so short, and Burton for New South Wales at $2.90 gives me $20.82. That is my trifecta.
Love that. Maybe multi both of our trifectas together. Yeah, responsibly, of course. But that'll be a nice little rep round fill up.
Yes, 100%. But mate, that's going to wrap us up. Nice and short, sharp and sweet. That'll do it for our rep round preview. Cannot wait. Tonight kicks off under 19s Origin, Women's Origin Friday night, International Saturday, and Origin on Sunday. Mate, all the best. It's been a pleasure once again.
Roasty, gamble responsibly. Punters, top those ovals up, let it ride, and we'll chat to you next week.
Let it ride. Thanks, guys. Talk soon.